The absence of the trial judge in the alleged financial mismanagement case against a former Minister of Works, Mr. Adeseye Ogunlewe, and the Vice-Chancellor of the Federal University of Agriculture, FUNAB, Professor Bamidele Oyewole, has stalled the commencement of trial. The presiding judge, Justice Olatokunbo Olanrewaju of the Ogun State High Court, 6, Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, was said to have been bereaved. The first, second and third defendants and their counsel were present in court for the commencement of the trial fixed for today before the announcement was made about the absence of the trial judge. It will be recalled that the three accused have pleaded not guilty to the 18-count charge preferred against them over financial misappropriation and have since been granted bail after meeting their bail conditions.
If His Lordship was not bereaved, I know we would have gone on with the case today. Over the period I've appeared before His Lordship, I've known that she's dedicated to her assignment. We came with at least 5 witnesses this morning, hoping that we will cause the trial to commence. But that is about one thing in life. And to show you the dedication of the judge, she did not vacate Monday and Tuesday dates. She sustained those dates. So we'll be back on Monday. By His grace, we'll do what we are expected to do.
We learned that the learned judge is bereaved and she can't just sit today. But according to the register of the court, the matter continues on Monday and Tuesday. So we keep our gunpowder dry until then.
To the education sector, lecturers and workers of College of Education in Kwara State have staged a protest over the alleged non-payment of their 14-month salary arrears, blaming the school management of insensitivity to their plight. While the provost of the school could not be reached for his reaction, the state government says that the state is ready to pay 2 months out of the arrears.
The College of Education in Oro in Irepodun, local government area of Kwara State, is one of the 3 state-owned colleges of education and could be described as the worst hit in terms of non-payment of salaries. Having recently resumed from strike action, the Congress of the staff met and resolved to protest within the school premises to compel the management to pay them at least 2 months of what is being owed.
Our problem is both internal and external. The government decided that the management should pay salary through internally generated revenue. And that is the reason why the union keep pressurizing the management. Okay, you have generated enough money. Come and pay our salary through this means. So that's why I said it is both internal and external problem.
Since the management seems not too ready to pay and settle part of the salary arrears, the workers picketed and locked their offices, preventing them from gaining access. Reacting to this, the State Commissioner for Tertiary Education, Dr. Amina Ahmed, confirmed that the workers are being owed 14 months' salary, but blamed it on the management of the school. But that 8 million naira has been approved to offset 3 months' salary arrears for the workers.
All the management staff office that will do the job for the school, their offices were locked up. And government has not said they are not going to pay. Arrangements are on the pipeline, which we have compiled. We have known how much we are owing each school. And the government is ready to pay them as soon as money comes in.
She then announces a ban of union activities.
We can't take laws into our hands. Even if you are going to embark on anything, there's a due process, because they've taken law into their hands. The activities of union and any activities around the school should be suspended for now, so that peace will reign.
But the suspension of union activities seems not to go down well with the workers, as they claim the government cannot exercise such a right.
The government is not helping the situation. The government knew what has been happening here. The government is fully aware of our suffering. The government is fully aware of how hardworking the staffers of College of Education are. So if at the 14 months, After waiting tirelessly, sir, 14 months without payments, if you take any step now to at least to say us something or to react, we expect the government to support us. We expect them to embrace it. We expect them to call them into order, to even look into our problem here. But by telling us they suspend us is something that is unexpected.
As the workers of the College of Education, Oro, await the payment of the 2-month salary out of the 14 being owed, the Senior Special Assistant on Media to the Governor, Dr. Muideen Akorede, in a statement says the Governor confirms that over 80 million naira has truly been put aside to offset the salary arrears of the 3 state-owned colleges of education.
From education to health, the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, the NPHCDA, is deploying 1,447 midwives to rural communities in the northern part of the country for their 1-year mandatory midwives service scheme. At a flag-off orientation and documentation of basic midwives held in Kaduna State, the acting executive director of the agency says that the program is aimed at reversing the ugly trend in the maternal and child health.
According to nursingworldnigeria.com, Nigeria has one of the worst infant and maternal mortality statistics globally, accounting for 10% of global maternal mortality, the largest number of maternal-related deaths in Africa. Findings further show that about 47,000 maternal deaths occur annually, with almost 284,000 children dying in the first month of life in Nigeria. The federal government believes these deaths are avoidable and has continued to deploy nurses and midwives to rural areas under the Midwives Service Scheme. For the 2016 orientation program organized by the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, 443 midwives will get their orientation in Abuja, another batch in Kaduna, and the third in Edo.
It is our belief that the scheme will continue to strengthen the primary healthcare system and have positive bearing on all other levels of care. It is important to note that your engagement into the scheme is a prerequisite for you to receive your license from the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria. This therefore underscores the need for you to be of good conduct to your clients and members of the community where you will be posted during this period.
The Kaduna State Commissioner for Health and other health experts say there's great improvement in access to healthcare under the present administration in terms of the provision of equipment and manpower at primary healthcare centers in rural areas.
In most places, only the midwife is available to provide care, and that is true. As a midwife, your job will also center on motivating people with whatever interests they may have to improve their living conditions, to develop in them a sense of responsibility for health conditions for themselves as individuals, as well as members of their families and the communities as a whole.
The midwives are ready to make a difference and contribute their quota to further improve access to healthcare service delivery.
You have to adopt the passion of the work, and then you have to do it with the whole of your heart, especially when you see a woman in labor and she's helpless and needs someone who is going to stand for her or be there for her. And then being there as the only person to welcome a child to the world, it's a privilege actually.
Their work is expected to complement those of healthcare providers in facilities across the country.